Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This reading is going to be for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. This is going to be your June monthly reading. I'm using the Angel Tarot for this reading. It's going to be a 6-card pyramid, and then we'll pull a numerology affirmation card at the end. I'm seeing the 5 of air. A lot of people are, so 2 things. I started talking about this in last month's reading, but basically, as we move through Gemini season into Cancer season, the energy that I've been picking up on is like this very strong, like justice, judgment would be similar kind of energy, temperance, really balancing out kind of energy, the strong balance between our logic and our emotions, right? The mind space and the heart space. So that's happening, okay? And again, that's a collective energy. And then what seems to be happening as people, right, or as the collective is moving through this, and then obviously for each individual, this is playing out in different ways in different areas of your life. There appears to be this conflict arising, whether it's more internal conflict or whether it's conflict with other people. You know, perhaps they're not agreeing with what you think or things you're trying to work on, that kind of thing, okay? So I just wanted to sort of preface that because I'm already seeing that energy here, okay? I just saw the 8 of Pentacles, so this reading could be a lot to do with work, and I just saw the Moon card, okay? So, which is Piscean energy. The Moon speaks to things that are unknown, perhaps secrets or illusions, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, something insidious or someone being sneaky. It might be. We'll see what comes up in the reading. But now I just saw the Sun. So again, it feels more like something major, more universal going on, this balance, right? Because I think of the Sun and Moon energies as being sort of like balanced polar opposites, right? They're not, like, scientifically or technically speaking, but that's how energetically I view them. And we have the Sun card here, you, Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself. I feel like you needed that reminder. So let's get your cards, Leos. What are the messages for Leos? Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Earth. Okay, hold on, too many. What are the messages for my Leos? Okay, Knight of Earth, lots of Earth energy, grounding here. Maybe also dealing with an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And there's the balance. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? This deck is still new to me, so I may reference the book for that one just because there's a lot of fire energy coming in. This is happening in the collective right now too. There's just a lot of fire energy. It's just interesting because we're not technically in a fire season, right? We're not like in Aries or your Leo or Sagittarius season. There's lots of fire energy coming up. I think it has to do with the balance that's coming in. Also, people just really being antsy for something new, right? For some people, it could be quite literally related to like what's been going on the past few months and just wanting to sort of return back to some sense of quote unquote normalcy. For other people, I feel like it's just like wanting to like leave an old life behind and like start anew. It's like the energy that I'm picking up on. But yeah, that was a long tangent. I might just reference the book for that one because I think, if I'm correct, I think that is probably going to be the Temperance card, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't fully studied this. This is the card coming up, even though a bunch of others flew out there. But okay, and you have the King of Water too, which actually just came up in Sagittarius' reading. To my point about fire energy being very prominent right now, I always film these readings based off of the number of views from the last time, and literally the first 3 signs this time are Sagittarius, then you, Leo, then Aries. So it's like the fire signs are like me. And you have the King of Water. Like I said, King of Cups came up in the Sagittarius reading. There you might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, possibly Scorpio as well, okay? Queen of Earth, again, Earth energy, Queen of Pentacles. To me, this is you, Leos, okay? Could be, can represent Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy. You might have those energies prominently in your chart, or, you know, energies can be us or someone else. So it could be someone that you're dealing with, but it feels more like I'm speaking to whomever this reading is for, right? Thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Yeah. So, because the Queen of Pentacles, right, she's nurturing, she's a giver. That doesn't mean that you're a doormat, right? And again, it does feel like people are, again, whether internally or dealing with, you know, sort of external people or situations, having to deal with conflict. There's a compassionate way that you can do that, right? And there's compassionate ways that we can communicate. And that's really what I'm getting off of this card, is that you don't want to, you know, I'm almost seeing this metaphor of like scorched earth, and like that's not what you want to do, right? Because then, you know, it's going to be like hard to sort of rebuild for you if you've like depleted sort of or your resources or your energy in that way. You want to see how in the card it's like it's very powerful energy, but it's still being controlled, right? And it reminds me of what your card, the other card that can represent you, Leos, in the tarot, the Strength card, sometimes looks like, right? Which is a woman sort of taming a beast or like a lion, right? Really harnessing that inner power, but also, you know, not abusing it, I guess would be a good way to put that, okay? You have the Knight of Earth coming up next, so more earth energy here, again, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. The Knight of Earth talks about moving slowly, right? And the Queen of Earth here was talking about taking a sensible approach. So again, in terms of whatever this is, wanting to, you know, start something new or just have this sort of new cycle. I'm almost seeing like a new life, but obviously it's not like getting a new life, but it might feel like that, I guess. But taking your time in terms of getting there, right? There is no rush. And again, similar sort of message that came up in Sagittarius' reading. So if you're dealing with a Sagittarius or you have Sagittarius, you may want to check that out as well. Okay, the Knight of Earth here, it says it's loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, and you have a guardian angel, or you're operating as a guardian angel, right, for someone else. Okay, I also do feel like there's this need to, again, it's like almost closing things out in the right way. Okay, it's almost like, you know how, like, let's say you're leaving a job, like how it's standard to like give 2 weeks notice, you know, like obviously depending on the circumstance, maybe not, but if, you know, things have been relatively okay, and let's say you ever want to use that place or person as a reference in the future, you probably wouldn't just want to like walk in one day and be like, I quit, you know? So that's just an example, but that's the kind of thing that I feel like is coming out here. And the thing is, in terms of the balance, I feel like maybe, you know, for some of you, there's a history of not operating that way, of maybe operating in a way that is a little bit more rash, a little bit more harsh. And so this is a part of your growth and elevation and development, right? Is learning, again, how to sort of tame that inner beast. So we have balance coming out here. Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, who there's a lot of, especially in the, actually throughout your entire reading, there's, aside from the fire energy, which we'll go over in a second, there's almost exclusively earth energy. Okay, so that grounding energy. For a lot of you, you might literally benefit from like going outside and walking around barefoot in the grass or whatever if you can. So it says here, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. Again, there's this emphasis on not rushing anything just because you want to get there already, okay? I feel like that would be a very ill-advised sort of decision. So again, I just want to reference the book for this one. I haven't even literally cracked this book open. I really just like to dive into the cards and see what I feel, and then as I get into them, then I start referencing them more. So I'll read for this card too, just for y'all. Let's see. It says the angels are cautioning against making impulsive decisions or moves right now. Instead, take the path of moderation and balance in the situation. And that was the guidance in the previous two cards as well. You'll experience better results by reevaluating your current circumstances and changing your approach. If you acted impulsively in the past, what the hell was I just saying? You can heal and rectify things. And if you're considering making dramatic life changes, then this card asks you to approach those changes slowly and methodically. This card encourages you to work cooperatively with others and to see things from their point of view. Compassion and kindness are keys to successfully manifesting your dreams. Forgiveness also brings healing, which allows for new beginnings. It says, keep a moderate pace. Again, cooperation and blended ideas. Self-restraint, which again, that strength card imagery that I was talking about. Finding the balance between action and contemplation and waiting for better timing. It says, Archangel Zadkiel helps you remember who you are in terms of your true spiritual heritage as a child of God. Call upon Zadkiel to increase your self-esteem and feelings of self-worth and deservedness. I love that. And if you are someone who is drawn to work with crystals, another good crystal for self-esteem, I believe, is orange calcite. Basically any orange crystal, but so orange calcite and orange selenite. Okay, do your research, obviously, but those would be my recommendations if there's some kind of self-esteem issue going on here. Okay. Okay, so now let's get into the fire energy of the reading. So you have the 8 of fire. This talks about messages, okay? Either spiritual messages and downloads, which again, it's like tapping into your intuition, okay? Or rapid fire sort of communication and developments happening, you know, in the 3D space, tangibly, okay? Events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once, but remember there's this need to have balance. So again, similar energy that was in the Sagittarius reading, this sort of rapid, you know, increased rapidity, is that a word? Or another, I guess, way to put it would be like quickening up energy happening, okay? Could be related to work, could be related to, you know, just general life developments, relationship developments, certainly, though I'm not seeing specifically relationship energy here in this reading. I am seeing a decision coming up, which is the next card, okay? And again, you're being asked to take your time, okay? Don't rush things. So with the 2 of fire, you have come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. And just as I said, I don't see partnerships here, and I saw this, I was like, well, maybe, but not necessarily romantically, okay? It could be some sort of business partnership or working with someone here, or some type of friendship. I'm really seeing something that's more platonic and not romantic in nature, okay? Continue to move forward. So this is, again, a call to keep going, but remember to continue to temper and balance your actions as well as your thoughts, okay? Taking a sip of water. And the final card you have is the 4 of Earth, the 4 of Pentacles, which is talking about, you know, stability and foundations, right? Which is a large part of what this year is about numerologically. With this card, it is saying that there might be, you know, so again, remember balance, because in terms of moving slowly and restricting yourself, you don't want to go so slow as to not have any type of movement, or to be too conservative or cautious that you're not willing to take any calculated risks that will grant you the rewards, right, that you want in life. So it says, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to those less fortunate. There's this strong element of being of service or of volunteerism, which has also come into the collective energy. I picked up on it in the Sagittarius reading, and it's coming in your reading as well. So let's get into your numerology guidance, Leos. Seeing the number 4 for you a lot. I just saw perseverance, okay? Another reminder to keep going. Again, especially if you feel like, you know, you've been sort of dealing with the situation for a while, or you've, you know, sort of faced other blocks and delays in the past, you know, you may just be tired, and that could also be part of that, you know, you may have this compulsion to just, again, you like want to get to where you're trying to go, or you want to get it over with, and you're being told to, you know, again, temper yourself and to slow down, having self-discipline here. I feel like that's just a lesson that a lot of you, you know, need to learn in this lifetime. Okay, so what are the messages for Leos? What are the numerology messages for Leo Spirit? Okay, we got 2 cards that flew out. Love and self-love. Ain't that the truth? Okay, I'll read for both of them, why not? And I just saw perseverance again. So it says, this card indicates a need to see the world through the eyes of love and to remember at all times that only love is real. When you look beyond the illusion, right? And we saw that moon card when we were shuffling the angel tarot earlier, right? Which could be the illusion, right? When you look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, you align yourself with source and the intentions of your soul. Because you attract what you are, when you see through the eyes of love, that's what will surround you in all areas of your life. This card also indicates a need to go within and recognize, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Nope, this is it. This card also indicates a need to go within to recognize and address any limiting thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back from experiencing love. This is a time when you must ask yourself, am I truly open to giving and receiving love? Do I truly believe I am worthy of love? And do I really believe that love exists for me? Because love only comes when you believe that it exists, when you're open to giving and receiving it, and when you know that you are worthy. I'm being called back to that message about self-esteem. And again, if that's something you're dealing with, perhaps working with those suggested crystals, okay? The affirmation here says, I see through the eyes of love and attract more love into my life. Now we have self-love, because love, right, in sort of external forms, again, romantic, platonic, etc., really comes when we have a solid foundation of self-love. If we don't have self-love, we tend to, we might attract loving partners and relationships, but often those relationships are things that we still need to learn from, okay? So this card indicates a need to focus your attention on loving and believing in yourself. So much emphasis on love. I love it. I love it. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to make your relationship with yourself your number one priority, as this is the key to happiness and the manifestation of your dreams. Rather than dwell upon your shortcomings, you must accept and embrace who you are. It is now time to start treating yourself like a friend by replacing your negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Statements that affirm that you are lovable, worthy, and perfect just as you are help raise your energy vibration and improve your life circumstances. Set aside time to write down all the things that you admire about yourself, such as your sense of humor, your smile, or your capacity to love. Every little thing counts and nothing is insignificant or minor. The affirmation here says, I love and believe in myself and make my dreams come true. Beautiful. I love that. There's a lot of repetitiveness there in terms of manifestation and making dreams come true, and the foundation of that really being, cultivating and maintaining this positive and optimistic mindset as best as possible at all times, right? I also, just as we were reading the guidance for that self-love card, a friend of mine was asking me this recently, have you ever written a love letter to yourself? And I was like, well, no, but it's something I want to try. So I'm just going to pass. I haven't done it myself, but I thought of that. And so maybe that's something that y'all want to try as well. So Leos, that's been your June monthly reading. If this reading resonated, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can also hit the notifications bell if you want to be notified when I post new videos. I also do personal readings. You can book through my website or contact me if you have any questions about that. Or you can sign up for my newsletter, which is completely free, $99. Again, thank you again so much for watching. Thank you to all new subscribers, followers, etc., etc. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye, Leos.